A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of character.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready, an award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team, Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's. Cahill's at the Marriott South Sioux City Riverfront. A relaxed, modern experience.
Riverside Technologies, your local trusted IT expert. RTI provides proactive, preventative solutions through managed services. With our four-step approach, we design a customized solution that meets your future goals. Then we monitor, adjust, secure, and maintain your IT environment. Your network never sleeps. Neither do we. Contact your local representative today.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the vast skies above. Sterling, transformational technology from the heartland.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of the character.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready, an award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's. Cahill's at the Marriott South Sioux City Riverfront. A relaxed, modern experience.
Riverside Technologies, your local trusted IT expert. RTI provides proactive, preventative solutions through managed services. With our four-step approach, we design a customized solution that meets your future goals. Then we monitor, adjust, secure, and maintain your IT environment. Your network never sleeps. Neither do we. Contact your local representative today.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the vast skies above. Sterling, transformational technology from the heartland.
And welcome to the Tyson Event Center. Kevin Potabom here with Justin Barker as we getting set for quarterfinal action here at the NAIA Women's Basketball National Tournament. It's 27th year here in Sioux City, and I'm still trying to get used to not saying Division II, as that's what we had for so many years, but we are down to just one division here for NAIA basketball, and a solid one at that, as we have the Marian Knights getting set to take on the Providence Argonauts, or the Argos, as I'm going to continue to say, to save a little bit of breath here. As Marian, the top seed overall here at the tournament. They are a familiar face to the fans here in Sioux City. We have seen them for many years. As looking at the bracket that we've had here in the round of 16, this Marian team defeated the 12 seed in this side of the bracket, Jamestown the Jimmies, 72-63. Providence also had a Great Plains Athletic Conference opponent as the Argos took down the Concordia Bulldogs 73-66, and that is the matchup we have here today, Marian versus Providence. The winner of this will head on to the semifinals to take on the winner of Dakota State versus Carroll. Carroll, a conference foe of these Argos, as a couple of teams making it from the frontier, as it's been some great basketball so far. Dakota State, the 3 o'clock game, that's a Trojans team that made a deep run last year as well. It's not uncommon that we see a lot of these teams year in and year out here, JB.
No, you're absolutely right, and this is the rare bracket that actually went 1 and 2 according to seedings for this quarterfinal Saturday. This is the best day of the tournament, in my opinion. I love all 4 of these games, and you know the discipline of a team with Coach Brooks at the helm. You know how Marian's going to play. Providence is going to run up and down the floor. They're going to try to score a lot of points. They're going to try to work the paint. So this is going to be an interesting game of wits here.
As we're going to start with the Argos, the Argonauts. I covered their first game here in the round of 16 in Sioux City, and they didn't really play their normal style in that one, as they're a team that is going to start chucking up threes in this one as well, and hit a 3 early on here from Maddie Dixon. The Argos only averaged making 6 3-pointers per game. They made 7 in the second quarter alone against Concordia en route to that victory, and they start off right where they left off, shooting it from deep. Now going back the other way, we got, a nice takeaway there for the Argos. They stole that away from Ella Collier, the WBCA Player of the Year in the NAIA, as the Argos now with the basketball in a 3-0 lead.
Collier's an absolutely terrific player, and she's going to be one that touches the basketball just about every possession.
Makes sense when you're the Player of the Year, according to the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. You're going to see the ball a lot as fighting for the rebound. It's called down by the Knights, and Marian heading back the other way. Get it to the corner to Collier. She's going to go up top. That's Sarah Majorazova. Majorazova, right? Majorazova. I got to get used to that one.
I had to say it about 100 times.
Yeah, I remember I was here with you the first day when we were trying it. I felt very confident that day, and then once you get the lights on you, this national tournament gets to more than just the players.
Mr. Hupert from the SID for Marian didn't help. He said, well, you can say it this way or you can say it this way, and it doesn't really bother her. Yeah, but it does us.
It does us. It's a nice little scoop shot there, is up and good from Ashley Maldonado. Maldonado, another player that was recognized by the WCA, as she was a second-team All-American for the NAIA, according to the Women's Basketball Coaches Association. And a 5-0 lead here for Providence as they're trying to take down the top seed in this quarterfinal action. A quick drive, this one up, batted away, but it's going to stay with the Knights.
One of the things Providence is doing early on against the Knights, showing multiple defensive looks here, but contesting everything. And that's because their hands are straight up in the air defensively, and that's made for some success here early on.
The Argos, one of the top defensive teams in the country, and they're proving that here as holding the top-seeded Knights to no points here as we're more than 2 minutes into the contest. 1 on the shot clock. They got to put something up, in and out, no good, but an offensive rebound for Marian. This one's up, also no good. Great defense, staying tall, and like you said, those arms straight up for Maddie Dixon.
Yeah, and one of the things you'll notice in the early going here is that the height advantage definitely to Marian, but defensively, it's, like I said, hands straight up in the air, and hard work on the boards is going to get them the basket.
Yeah, Salavalle, she is not necessarily a disadvantage as far as the height is concerned, as she gets a couple of offensive rebounds there and gets the putback. Marian now with the basketball is little indecisiveness on what she's going to do, and that's going to get called for the travel by Kennedy Gerard.
Well, a good 7-0 start for the Argos here, and that's exactly what you want to do against Marian and the number 1 seed. These girls, we've seen these faces for 4 or 5 years now for the Marian Knights, so nothing is really going to faze them at this point, including a 7-0 start. And as you've seen, Coach Brooks hasn't called a timeout.
And a nice little lob into Salavalle again as she gets another layup. 9-0, an early lead here for Providence over the Marian Knights.
Well, Salavea just works it down low so nicely and uses a height to her advantage.
Deep 2 here from Ella Collier gets them on the board, and we are more than 3 minutes into the contest, but Marian finally cracks that scoreboard. Providence now with the basketball again. Providence, a team that's going to slow things down a little more than some of the high-flying offenses we are used to seeing in this tournament. And it kind of just creates some fits and see what they can do to their opponents. The deep 3 here off no good. Rebound to the Knights. That's going to be Sarah Mayorasova.
I got you, buddy.
Their pronunciation guide definitely has it elsewhere. It's very confusing. Is this one a drive by Collier? She's going to be fouled on the floor. And not on the floor, excuse me. It is going to be on the shot with the continuation, so Collier will head to the free throw line.
One of the things that makes Collier so good is that she can stand out and shoot the 3, but she works off the dribble so well and then is able to post up down low. She can do everything in her game, which makes her such a very hard matchup.
When you started that with one of the things that makes her game so good, I thought you can go about a million different ways with it.
You're absolutely right, but that's one of the biggest things to me is that it doesn't matter where she is on the floor, she can create.
So after a 9-0 lead for Providence, we do have 4 quick points here for Marian, trying to eke back in this one, but the Argos now with the basketball. Tamaya Perriman kicks it outside. Excuse me, that wasn't, it was Monique Carter. Now they go down low to Selavaye. Knocked away, but she's able to corral it back, kind of throws it back, and they're going to save it. So the Argos have it. Just 6 to shoot. They got to do something here quick. Monique Carter drives into the lane. Lots of traffic up there, no good, but she's fouled on the play. A little bit of a bailout there as she just had to get something. She had gotten herself all the way underneath the hoop. There's going to be no shot of making that. But again, she draws the contact.
Yeah, in knowing the shot clock is winding down, you just want to create something and make the other team make a play, which is exactly what happened here. And she gets the opportunity of points.
The 5'7" freshman kind of drove into 3 different bodies, and at that point, you're just hoping there's some contact. Otherwise,
absolutely right.
You're not going to get a whole lot else, but she did, and that's going to get them on the board here again. First one was up and good. Second one rattled around. 2 full trips around that rim, but it slides inside. Back up to a 7-point lead for the Argos. Now back to Marian. They have it in the corner, Abby McNally. There's a couple of McNallys that do some major work here for the Knights. Trying to find some inside. Ooh, nice hands. I thought the defense was going to swat it away, but it's kept alive by MU. This one, a nice little hook shot up from Abby McNally is good.
She had a terrific game in round 1 with 16 points, had a handful of rebounds, just did a little of everything for the Knights.
Skidding through the defense is Ashley Maldonado. You blink and she's by you, and she does it there and gets the points in the paint.
Well, the graduate transfer out of Santa Clara, a Division I institution, and she doesn't need much of a hole to get through and uses her body and small frame very well to get into those spaces.
Again, standing at 5'7", she gets a lot of her points in the paint just like she did there. And back on the other way, no surprise, Ella Collier gets another basket. It's 13-8 now, the advantage still with the Argos. They go to Salavea. She goes up and over the defense and in. A strong start here for the 6'2" freshman from Vancouver, Washington. The Knights have it. They kick it out. Almost a turnover, but they're able to corral it back in and start back with Allison Bossi. They'll reset the offense here, getting the screen. Driving in, a kick out, and a long 2 is up. No good. Caught nothing but the arms of Salavaye for the rebound. 15-8. Providence leading the Marian University Knights. Again, Marian the top seed here at the NAIA tournament. Nice little spin move and an off the bank it in. Monique Carter.
Love watching that confidence from straight on to bank it in. You know, it's the most expensive piece of glass in the building. You just as well use it.
17-8 now is the Argo lead. As Marian not used to this type of a deficit early in the contest. They're going to put up a 3 the other side. No good off the back iron. Carter gets the rebound. Quickly the Argos push it as they lob it down low. Behind the defense, getting the scoop shot and the score with the foul. Maddie Dixon, the 6-foot senior.
Absolutely terrific play by Dixon, Kevin, because she took the entry pass, caught it, and went right to the basket. There was no need for a dribble. She knew exactly what she wanted to do and how close to the bucket she was.
Timeout on the floor. It's going to be immediate timeout on top of it. 19-8 is the Providence lead over the Marian Knights.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of the character.
And welcome back to the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa, where we have a matchup here at the NAIA Women's Basketball Tournament featuring Providence from Montana and Marian University out of the great state of Indiana. Because most of the teams playing here in Sioux City have been from the state of Indiana. It turns out that state knows how to play basketball.
A little bit. There's a little history there.
As this one is up and good as Maddie Dixon extends this to a 12-point lead for the Argos.
Movie or two about that.
The Argos have made their last 4 field goals. They're on a 7-0 run in the last minute and a half. A quick hitting offense. And again, a team that really hangs their hat on defense. So if you can get a double-digit lead like they have, they're feeling good. But when you have Ella Collier on the other side,
she is so good.
There's also a quick way to respond. Collier is up to 8 points in the contest. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from the field and has hit a pair of free throws to boot.
Kind of goes without saying, but she will her team to victory on any given night.
Kick out and a 3-point attempt for the Argos off the front iron, no good. Rebound to the Knights. They're quickly looking to push it the other way. Nice pass there inside, but it's batted away, but they're going to call the foul. Maddie Dixon initially got some good contact on the ball, but caught some of the arm of Collier. So the Knights will inbound the ball from underneath the hoop, trailing by 10. I got to imagine they haven't trailed by 10 much at all this season, let alone in a first quarter.
Doubtful. I agree with you.
Collier with the basketball, puts it up and over, and she's already at 10
so
points.
Fun to watch.
She's got 10 of the 12 for the Knights, but her team still sees itself trailing by 8 here as we're winding down to the last 2.5 minutes of quarter number 1. It's Providence, quick drive, and the defense just kind of forgot about it there as Maldonado was all alone. I think there was expected to be some help on that defense, and help never came.
Yeah, just nothing came, and the right side of the lane was left open, and with the talent of the guard court for the Argos, they're going to hit that every time.
This floater's up and no good from Jayla Wayner. And now the Argos looking to extend that, see if they can extend this already double-digit lead, as there's going to be a little bit of a turnover.
First turnover of the day, though, for the Argos. I mean, they've taken really good care of the basketball through the first 8 minutes.
Right now, how we're sitting, though, 22-12 is your score. And you look at it, Ella Collier, 4 for 4 from the field. 1 for 7 are the rest of the Knights.
Wow.
So that's something that she's doing her job, but got to get some help as this one up and no good again. Maddie Dixon with the rebound. She'll quickly hand it off, and the Argos pressing things. Again, the Argos, not necessarily a team that lights up the scoreboard a ton. They only average about 65 points per game, but they're filling up the scoreboard here today at the Tyson Event Center as this one is going to be out of bounds.
Well, and that's the sign of a good team and why you're in the national quarterfinals, Kevin, because you have to evolve as a team and you have to win in different ways. And they're showing here out of the gate at least, you know, they scored 80 in their win over Reinhardt at the end of the season and then did score 73 last game out. So they're trying to push the tempo here as the season works into the real meat.
Yeah, when they took on Concordia in the last round, I thought it was in the Bulldogs' favor to speed up the Argos. But as Ashley Maldonado just proved, she can keep up with anybody.
There's no doubt about it.
Is now back the other way. Doubling up the Knights are the Argonauts as we speak, as we hit the 1 minute to go mark of quarter number 1. as this one lobbed too far. A little miscommunication there for the Knights.
But they really need to get Kennedy Girard into this game because she had 17, was a leading scorer in the round of 16 matchup, and she's an important piece of this offense.
Yeah, there it looked like Perryman wanted to get it to her. She just was on she zigged when she thought she was going to zag as Maldonado has defense right up in her face. She falls down to the floor. That's going to be a turnover. And that turnover was definitely caused by some nice tight defense by the Knights.
And that's what the Knights will do to you. They will try to suffocate you defensively, and that's why there isn't any panic on the faces of this team whatsoever, because they know that there are a couple of steals or turnovers or a little run away from being right back in this. And that's how they're going to treat this probably entire first half, is they're going to play their game and see what unfolds.
Well, it was Jayla Wayner on defense. When you look at between Wayner and Perryman, those are seniors that come off the bench and play important minutes. And that's something you don't have for a lot of other teams. When you have senior leadership that comes off the bench, the depth that these Knights have has been something that most teams, pretty much all teams, as you can see, just one loss on the season for the Knights. But right now, it's been all Providence in this first quarter as the Argos will hold on for the last shot.
And we'll talk a little bit about that loss after the break, Kevin, because we both know that team very, very well.
As this one's up, no good. Offensive rebound, also no good. Are they going to be able to get it off time? Not in time, as Maddie Dixon had a couple of offensive rebounds, but they couldn't get that third try up and good. But nonetheless, a great first quarter for Providence as they'll head into the break leading 24-12 over top-seeded Marian here from the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter of play here in the Naismith Quadrant Final here at the NAIA Women's Basketball National Tournament as Providence, the 2 seed, leads the top seed Marian 24-12. And you teased it a little bit. We mentioned this Marian team only has one loss in the season. That one loss came to a Concordia Bulldogs team who, by the way, Providence just beat.
However, what my point was going to be is Concordia doesn't lose at home in Seward, Nebraska. It is incredibly rare for the Bulldogs to take a loss. It just doesn't happen.
Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Seward in that arena, but
I have.
It's kind of that bowl down, and
yes,
they are not
very
afraid.
Loud.
Oh, and they'll have the band there for the big games, and it is deafening for an opposing team.
It's a terrific atmosphere. They really do it up well. Coach Drew Olson been there for a long time, and going to Seward and winning is something to be celebrated, and I think Concordia might have lost only once all season on their home floor.
This floater is up and good for Monique Carter, and oh, by the way, in case you missed it, this half started with an Ella Collier bucket, so she's up to 12 points. But again, can somebody else for the Knights pick it up? Collier has 12. The rest of the team only has 2 points. As Collier has the basketball, she'll hand it off as they have got to get it going. Nice, great finish. There we go. Perryman with the tough finish.
And as you alluded to, being a senior guard and being through the battles of the last 5 seasons or 4 seasons of being here in Sioux City, she's just the experience with her off the bench is wonderful for Coach Brooks.
And Dixon had a missed shot, but God, she has at least 3, if not more, offensive rebounds in this contest. She got the rebound, and then she passed it off to Kiana Salavea, who gets fouled as she goes up for the shot. So she'll go to the free throw line, but I've been really impressed with Dixon, especially on the offensive glass.
I think with Salavea, Kevin, she's one of those players that in watching her in the round of 16 game and now here a little closer, I would love to talk to the coaching staff for Providence and just ask them one question. Does she know how good she is? Seriously.
I'm sure the rest of the conference coaches of the Frontier Conference are well aware of her and are also well aware that she's a freshman, and they're going to be
with such confidence already as a freshman. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, it's going to be scary just how good she's going to be able to develop, and compared to where she's already at as a 3 from the corner here for the Knights, that no good. Only the second attempt from beyond the arc for the Knights. They've missed them both. We haven't seen a lot of three-pointers. We saw one right off the bat from Providence. Have not seen one made since there. It was a nice spin move, but not able to finish was Maddie Dixon.
And what I like most about that young lady, Kevin, is she's always smiling on the floor, if you pick up on that. She is having a great time playing basketball.
Understandably so. Why wouldn't she? This is
a
great place to be. Ella Collier's having a good time. She's just hoping she can get some teammates involved as she has a nice pass, but she's going to be fouled on the floor.
It's a second to Dixon.
Ooh, and especially how good she's been on the glass here early. That's something that could be something to watch out as they are going to sub her out.
6 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists for Maddie Dixon already, kind of eating stats.
But again, you got to – so, yeah, you miss out on your 6-foot senior, but you bring in a 6'1" replacement. You somehow got taller. As now the Knights with it. Collier has the basketball. Picks up a screen, drives into the right side. Nothing there. She's going to have to come back out with it. Just hands it to a teammate. Loses the basketball, and going the other way quickly are the Argos. And they'll slow things now and reset the offense, leading by 12 here over the top seed here at the tournament. Foul's going to be called on Wayner.
I really like the patience of their offense because it takes such an element of discipline to play this patient and set up the offense the way that they do and run it so efficiently.
You know, I was concerned for them in their matchup with the Bulldogs of Concordia because it felt like Concordia was dictating the pace of play. But the difference was the reason the Argos, I think, kind of sped up their pace was they had open looks early.
Sure.
And like you said, it's great to be able to come back and to settle yourself down and set the offense. But the other fact of the matter is if you have the open shot, take it. And
yes, absolutely.
And it's a great thing to have where you know you can be patient, but you also aren't going to pass up a great look. As a substitution here for the Knights.
And by their 11 of 20 in this game, 55%, they make really good choices.
And when you're a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line, that's also crucial in these national tournament games as well. We've seen a lot of games won and lost at that charity stripe.
You're absolutely right.
Maldonado now with the basketball, gets it into Salavea. Salavea looking to drive. Beautiful spin move, goes with the left hand with the finish and the foul. There's that freshman that we don't know if she knows how good she is.
But everybody else does.
But everybody else is a little bit jealous.
Well, and that was just an absolute clinic on a post move there. The way she used her body, got onto the hip of Perriman, and then rolled off of it to her left without creating any contact that would displace the defensive player. She just did what she wanted to do in the space that she had.
And what might be even more impressive is right there, she just made herself 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Right.
You have a freshman post player. Yeah, you have a freshman post player that can do whatever she wants down low. And yeah, the idea is, well, send them to the line, see if they can do it there. Well, no problem.
Not the best idea so far.
The Knights now with the basketball. Little floater here, no good, but an offensive rebound and a quick putback. Great effort there after the miss by Evans.
And she did that the other day off the bench. She created a really nice spark for this team because she crashes the boards really hard and is able to match up defensively. She only had a couple of baskets, but it's the defense that she comes in and plays. It's so important for Coach Brooks and the Knights.
The Knights trying to pick up the pace defensively, making some noise, trying to get their defense solid. The Argos get trapped in the corner here. Monique Carter drives in. She kicks it back out. They need to get something up quick, so they're just going to give it to Salavea. And again, not rushing. She gets it with 2 seconds on the shot clock, gets the layup up and in. Great job there. She's up to 13 points. She's now the leading scorer in the contest.
So impressed with her soft touch, too.
Collier, who had been the leading scorer, look to see if she can regain that lead. She'll hand it off to a teammate instead. Collier sets up the screen, gets the ball back. She'll drive in, goes at Salavea, who tried to get the steal. And it wasn't Salavea who had the penalty, though. Looks like Monique Carter. No, it is going to be Salavea called. She nearly swiped that one away. And for a big to get her hands down low trying to steal that basketball was an impressive attempt, but instead Collier will head to the free throw line. She's got 2 shots coming. 33-18, Providence leading against the Marian Knights. Again, a Marian team 32-1 on the season. We mentioned their only loss on the year, a true road game in Seward, Nebraska against the Concordia Bulldogs, the same Bulldogs that Providence had to defeat here at the Tyson Event Center to make it to this contest, as both those shots are up and good. Collier is back to being the leading scorer in the ball game at 14 points.
33-1, you got to give them their win the other day.
I'm just looking at our graphics, so I apologize.
Yeah, see?
You're right, 33-1.
You got to add one. They won the other day.
As the Argos leading by 13. Again, running that shot clock down low, 6 seconds to go, a quick pass.
Nice.
Not quite able to get it to finish. Nice try there by Ramirez. And now back the other way are the Knights, needing to get some spark going as they trail by 13 as we near the midway point of quarter number 2. Collier, a beautiful pass, but it's batted away. This defense, they are just not going to allow anything easy. Quickly back the other way. They have a quick 3 over there from Pemberton. That one's no good. Getting a little aggressive was Ramirez trying to get that offensive board, and said she's going to be called for the foul. With that, it felt like Marian was getting a little bit of the momentum, so with that, there's going to be a timeout on the floor for Providence. They lead by 13, but it just never feels that comfortable when you have the Marian Knights on the floor against you. We'll head to the break. It's 33-20. Providence leads Marian here halfway through the second quarter.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready. An award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's.
Welcome back to the NAIA Women's National Basketball Tournament. We are to find out which of the Naismith Quadrant teams will heading to the Fab 4 on Monday here in Sioux City, Iowa. As top-seeded Marian Knights put up a long 2. That's up and good. Tamia Perryman with the 2. That brings it down to an 11-point ball game, which again, just the vibe in the building right now is feeling like a lot of the momentum is with the Knights. They still trail by double digits, but it's just they are the type of team that all it takes is a couple minutes and that could be reversed. But we'll see as the Argos put up a deep 3, and that helps get the momentum back your way. Ashley Maldonado with a hand in her face drills the 3. Maldonado now up to 11 points in the ball game. Marian now with it. Wayner drives in, kicks it out. Another drive into the paint. And now, a beautiful give and go. Gives an easy layup there for the Knights. That's Allison Bossi with the 2. As the Argos getting their play call from head coach Bill Himmelberg. They go inside to Dixon. Dixon back out. Again, they'll just slow things. They're never going to rush what they need to do, especially with the lead they have here in the first half. Maldonado with it. Try to get a defender off her feet. Didn't happen, so now she'll just kick it into Dixon. Dixon, a beautiful spin move to her right. She showed a spin move to her left earlier, and now she showed she can go just as strong to the right.
Well, she gives a little move of her head and tries to get the defender leaning a little bit, and then goes the rest of the way with her move there. Very well done.
Collier, who's been a little quiet as of late. She's still got 14 points, but they have kind of tried keeping the basketball away from her as much as they can have, the Argos. So Collier will just dish it off to a teammate. A late pass there and an easy layup from Evans. Beautiful ball movement the last couple of possessions for the Knights.
Well, that's what they do. They pass up good shots for great shots, and one extra pass is going to get you that great shot, Kevin.
The Knights have made each of their last 4 field goals attempted as they're still trailed by double digits because the Argos have kept up offensively. Each team has scored 14 points in this quarter, and a beautiful pass wide open is Dixon at the hoop.
Dixon putting on a little passing clinic on both sides.
Dixon now joins the party of the double-digit scorers as she's up to 10. Knights trailing by 14 here. See if they can, well, really, it's not any problem offensively. They just have to see if they can get some stops. It's a long 2 here off the back iron, no good. Dixon with the rebound. Dixon now with 4 rebounds to go along with her 10 points. She also has a pair of assists. Maldonado, the WBCA second-team All-American, gives it off to Dixon. Dixon looking for a teammate. Hands it over to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Dixon. Knocked away. No! Wow. Initially looked like it was going to be knocked away by a defender, but Dixon with a strong hold onto it gets the layup.
She just let the defender run by knowing she had good possession of the basketball, took care of the rest.
Wayner hands it off. Driving in, great defense being played there by the Argos. Puts up a tough shot, rebound, goes to Providence. As they'll kick it up. Dixon now in the paint. Kick to the outside, pump fake, gets the defenders off her feet, but she's trapped in the baseline, tries to throw it to a teammate, and it's going to be initially grabbed by Marian. I thought there was a steal. Ooh, a little late contact there.
Yeah, Perriman's going to get the steal, and then the foul will come to Maldonado, I believe.
Maldonado, just her first foul. It is the 4th team foul, so not quite in the bonus, but from this point on, the Knights would be shooting free throws off the fouls. But a 16-point lead for Providence. This is a big one. This is, I think Marian, I feel like Marian and Dort were kind of the heavy-on favorites entering this tournament. And Providence is saying, hey, don't forget about us and the rest of the Frontiers. We'll see Carroll in the next game, also still playing.
Out of bounds, Evans was.
I feel like the Great Plains Athletic Conference gets a lot of love from the NAIA, and the Frontier is saying, hold on a minute.
Yeah, hey now, hold my Gatorade bottle.
As they have a huge lead here, do the Argos from Providence, as we're under a minute to play in the first half. Talia Lee has it. She'll hand it over to Carter. Carter, a lob pass into McKenna Rager, who's in the game. This ball swatted away. Nice double team in the corner by the Knights, and that's where they need to pick up their play, the defensive side of things. Their offense has come on as of late, but the defense was still allowing scores the other way. Now the Knights have it. They'll kick it out to Collier. Over to Perryman. Perryman trying to drive the baseline. She's going to be fouled, and again, we're in the bonus, so she'll head to the free throw line for a pair. Again, that is the team 5th.
Well, Providence is doing all this, Kevin, without Salavea, who, watching her working with a training staff over in the corner, I'm not sure what the ailment is, but she hasn't played, I think, but 2 minutes here in the second quarter, and the Argos still have their foot on the gas. That's impressive.
That free throw up and good from Perryman. That is the first point for Marian in more than 2.5 minutes. Right after they had had a stretch of making, I believe it was at least 4, if not 5 straight field goals. Then they went on a little bit of a scoring slump, which allowed Providence to extend this lead. But Perryman hits a couple of free throws to narrow it back down to 14, as now the Argos will hold on to the final shot of this half. Maldonado steps it up. Again, they'll probably let it go under 10 before they start their play. Don't want to give the Knights any opportunity to put anything back the other way. Maldonado drives inside to the right, goes up. That one's blocked and stolen away by Collier. She'll hand it off to a teammate, and they're not going to have any time to get that last shot up. So we will head to the break with Providence. They're a 2 seed, so it's not like they're any slouch, but up against the top overall seed, the Argos with a great first half as they lead it 42-28 as we're going to head to the halftime, and we'll come back with some more action here at the NAIA Women's Basketball National Tournament at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of the character.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready. An award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Banking. Understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's. Cahill's at the Marriott South Sioux City Riverfront. A relaxed, modern experience.
Riverside Technologies, your local trusted IT expert. RTI provides proactive, preventative solutions through managed services. With our four-step approach, we design a customized solution that meets your future goals. Then we monitor, adjust, secure, and maintain your IT environment. Your network never sleeps. Neither do we. Contact your local representative today.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the vast skies above. Sterling, transformational technology from the heartland.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of the character.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready. An award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's. Cahill's at the Marriott South Sioux City Riverfront. A relaxed, modern experience.
Riverside Technologies, your local trusted IT expert. RTI provides proactive, preventative solutions through managed services. With our four-step approach, we design a customized solution that meets your future goals. Then we monitor, adjust, secure, and maintain your IT environment. Your network never sleeps. Neither do we. Contact your local representative today.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the vast skies above. Sterling, transformational technology from the heartland.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are Jack into the character.
What does it mean to be you at CU? Anything you want. At Clark University, we empower you to pursue your dreams. You can double major and get involved. The arts, athletics, campus ministry, you name it. You can do all the things you love with people we know you'll love even more. And with Clark's group and build your own visit events, you can get in on the fun right now. Schedule your visit today and find out how you can be you at CU.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready. An award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
Come meet us again at Cahill's. Cahill's at the Marriott South Sioux City Riverfront. A relaxed, modern experience.
Riverside Technologies, your local trusted IT expert. RTI provides proactive, preventative solutions through managed services. With our four-step approach, we design a customized solution that meets your future goals. Then we monitor, adjust, secure, and maintain your IT environment. Your network never sleeps. Neither do we. Contact your local representative today.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the
Welcome back to Sioux City, Iowa for the NAIA National Basketball Tournament for women's basketball. We are in the quarterfinal round of play here as we are at the halftime of our Marian versus Providence to see who comes out of the Naismith quadrant here at the NAIA tournament. And so far, the 2-seeded Argos are having their way. If you look at the stats on there, 61% from the field. Both teams are a perfect 6 for 6 for the free throw, but right now the Argos doubling up the Knights in rebounds, and that's been a major factor as the Argos start with the basketball, and they'll start with a missed shot here, and there's a rebound to the Marian Knights as they'll quickly head back the other way. A long two is up, no good. Trying to hit it back out for an offensive rebound, but it goes right into the arms of an Argo, and Providence will have the basketball with Ashley Maldonado getting over to Carter. Carter drives the baseline, partially tipped from the backside by Collier. Picked up by the Knights, and they'll head back the other way, trailing 42-28 here.
First 4 minutes are absolute key for the Knights here. If they allow the Argos to control this period of this quarter, Providence is going to have a really good chance of pulling away and winning this game.
Collier gets the screen, allows the open three-pointer from straight on. The first three-pointer of the game for the Knights.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Because they live around the arc. They've got great shooters.
Well, they only took 2 shots from deep in that first half. As again, this defense from Providence really is making everything difficult. As Providence now looking to respond. Maldonado splits between 2 defenders and puts up a difficult scoop shot but gets it to fall.
Just go ahead and say wow on that one, Kevin. It's fine. That was a great play. Just a great play.
Speechless is fine sometimes. As Marian now back with the basketball. They had a hot stretch there midway through the second quarter where they made about 5 free throws or 5 field goals in a row, but they've been pretty cold outside of that as they get a couple of consecutive scores on possessions here early in the second half.
McNally does a great job of positioning herself underneath the basket and being a really good receiver of the ball.
Maldonado tries to get into some contact. Shot doesn't fall, but she does draw that foul, and that's going to go against
Bossy.
I always get confused. I look up and I think they're calling it on number 2 when they're saying 2 shots. And I was like, wait a minute, there's no way.
Harriman's not on the floor.
Yeah, I was very confused. But that makes sense.
You can't call a foul on a young lady on the bench.
Yesterday,
she still has her warm-up shirt on.
Yesterday I was doing stats, and a player didn't check in but went onto the floor. And the official went to the wrong sideline and said, hey, 14 didn't check in. She can't be on the floor. And they looked over. We don't have a 14. Well, that would make sense as to why they didn't check in then, as quickly going back the other way. An offensive rebound here for Marian and a tie-up. Again, if you have that basketball, you better be weary because an Argo is probably coming up from behind to try yanking it out of your arms as they cause the tie-up after the offensive board. It will stay with Marian. As now there is some discussion. As I don't know if they're double checking. Oh, I think it's just the shot clock. They're going to say they were accurate with the shot clock. 1 second had run off it, but we will keep it at 19. Marian with the basketball. Got to get this thrown in. They just barely do. Over to McNally. McNally hands it to Collier.
She traveled.
Ooh, she had hit that 3 early in this half, thought about taking another one, and by the time she decided she was going to drive instead, she forgot the step of dribbling.
It's important.
It is at this level they call that.
Right. Now at the next level.
They may or may not.
They may not, but at this collegiate level, yes.
Providence with the basketball. That pass goes to the cameraman. And that'll be a turnover. We've had a few turnovers here. A little bit of sloppy play here to start this half. Coming out of the break.
Well, and you look at the deficit here for the Knights, but they're still shooting. They're shooting 46% on 13 of 28. They had a good shooting first half. Just Providence is shooting 60%.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I'd take 60%.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Collier with a long 2, that one up and good, and she is feeling it. She's up to 19 points in the contest. She is a perfect 7 for 7 from the field. Oh, by the way, she's also perfect 4 for 4 from the line. But, obviously the Argos are making sure she's not going to be able to take a shot every possession.
Well, one thing they've done is they've taken Kennedy Girard out of the game so far, and that's just huge for the Argos' chance to win.
Providence,
and Maldonado's matching collier.
With another scoop. They practice that scoop shot more than anybody else, because I tell you what, they just, that underhand, flip it up there off the back and in, just seems so natural for the Argos. It's a great move there, up and in for Abby McNally. McNally starting to catch up a little bit. She had a slow first half, but she's got 4 quickly in this half to put her up for a game total of 6.
Well, and that's the thing for the Knights. They've got to have somebody else step up and be really good in the post.
Like I said, McNally, a quick 4 here. The fact that she was only held to 2 points in the first half, hats off to the Argos defenses. Providence still leading by double digits, 48-37. We got about 6.5 to play in quarter number 3. Kick to the outside, a 3-pointer up and good, and that's not fair. When Maddie Dixon, who has dominated in the paint, can step out and hit a 3 as well.
Her second 3 of the game.
That is trouble for anybody as the Argos back up by 14 now. Marian quickly gets it in. This one up, no good. Nice rebound and back on the floor, Salavea. We didn't see her much in that second quarter. She's back out on the floor.
Yeah, played just 2 minutes in the second quarter.
She's going to put up a deep 3 off the front iron, no good. I was really going to say if she could hit from the outside, just call it quits now.
Well, she can.
As there is the first miss
Collier's
from Collier.
human.
She does have a miss.
Not
now.
really, but you know what I'm saying.
She does have a miss. Take her out, Coach. She's washed.
No. She's played every minute of this game and can do that on a nightly basis.
Yeah, she is the leading scorer in Marian history, and there is a long list of some epically good basketball players for the Knights.
No question.
So for her to top that list is something special. As Maldonado puts up this shot, they're calling that one a 2-pointer. 53-37 in favor of Providence. Marian now with the basketball. As they're going to set up a play. Driving inside. Nice little off the iron. Ooh, not sure how that one didn't fall, but it goes off and no good. Fighting for the rebound, was knocked out of bounds by Gerard. And with that, we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Providence still with that double-digit lead, 53-37. We're halfway through third quarter play here from the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa.
What makes your home, home? It's a feeling of warmth and safety, a place of belonging, where everyday moments become the sweetest memories. At Security National Bank, we put thoughtful care and attention into helping you find your place. Not just any place, but your home. Because home matters.
And welcome back to the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa for quarterfinal action here at the NAIA Women's Basketball Tournament. You know, something I have been wanting to bring up that's so incredible is with Providence, who is sitting with a 16-point lead now, trying to get their way into the semifinals. They hail from the Frontier Conference. The Frontier Conference only has 6 teams in it.
Really?
And
I didn't
2
realize
of them
that.
are still left in this tournament. Absolutely
That's good
incredible.
basketball.
It is great basketball, and obviously with Carroll, they will be participating in the next game here.
I'm really
in Sioux
excited
City.
about that game, Kevin. I think it's going to be a terrific game.
There's not a game that I'm not excited about.
No,
today.
you're
Like
absolutely right.
You talked about at the start of this broadcast. This is your favorite day.
It is every year,
and understandably so, because this is it's your last full day of basketball action, and you have the best of the best.
I love the national semifinals. I love the championship, but this day has been my favorite at the tournament for 15-plus years.
Maldonado with a crazy sneaky pass. Unfortunately, it was a little too sneaky for Maddie Dixon, as ends up going out of bounds.
And I'm lucky enough, Kevin, that I've grown up with this tournament. It first came to Sioux City when I was in high school, so I've been camping out at the old building and Now the new building that's 20 years old.
I was going to say, the first year this tournament was here, yesterday we had the school day game at 11 a.m. with some grade school kids. I grew up at this tournament where I was one of those kids in the stands during those school day games and getting to watch it develop and unfold. And obviously with this facility, it is awesome to see.
I'm going to make you a little bit jealous just because I know your sports background. My school day game, Kevin, was the baseball NAIA World Series at Lewis and Clark Park.
Nice.
You're not joking. You mean I get to not go to school and watch baseball? I'm in.
And I've been at all sorts of different angles from this NAIA tournament. Obviously, working the broadcast now, and full disclosure, I am in charge of the stats that take place in the tournament. So thank you, Randy, for stepping up and actually doing my job.
He's such a dude.
As I can be over here, as Maldonado has the basketball. Not much time to shoot. She does another one of those scoops, of course. Wow. Why not? She's fouled on the play. But I've seen this tournament from a lot of different vantage points. I've been on a marketing team of a school participating. I've been an SID for a school that has been here. I've been stats, broadcast. I've even been part of organizations that sponsored teams and got to hang out with the teams that way. And I think that's one of the best things about Sioux City as a host for the NAIA is when a local company sponsors a team, they get to know the players on the team, the coaches on that team. I'm still friends with some folks at schools that aren't participating this year but have been here in the past. The Special Olympics Day to start the tournament is by far my favorite event that takes place here. But I even remember one of the teams that I got to be a host for at one point was Walsh University, who is no longer an NAIA school. But their story is always the fun one, that they were the last team in for the first tournament in Sioux City. As a matter of fact, after losing in their conference tournament, their coach thought there was no chance they were getting the bid and told his players they could head to spring break. And then they got the message that they were the last at-large bid in, as shocker here, Collier makes a bucket. So they had to call some players and say, sorry, you need to come back. They all get to Sioux City. Some of them just flew directly to either Sioux City or Omaha to get to Sioux City, Iowa.
Was that their runner-up
here? And then they went and won the whole dang thing.
Or they won it, okay, yeah.
They won the whole dang thing as the last team in.
That was 1998, right?
Yeah.
The first year of the tournament here that we host. That's
right. Which is why anytime we get to this level and I start mentioning, hey, it's anybody's ball game, there is no better example than that. The first year in Sioux City, literally the last team in who did not think they were coming is a three-pointer up for the Argos. Falls no good. But out of bounds on the rebound, so Providence will keep the basketball, leading by 16. But yes, the first year that Sioux City was the host of the NAIA Women's Basketball Championship, obviously it was Division II at that time, the last at-large bid brought the red banner home.
That's so awesome.
That is the epitome of as long as you get there.
Was that the year they defeated Mary Hardin Baylor in the championship, I want to say? Because I remember
if you ask Corey Wester, he walks around with the program of that first year. He would know.
He does not. It was for an interview. You be nice to Corey.
As Marian quickly trying to get cut into this lead, they get a nice little layup up and in from Abby McNally. Again, just 2 points in the first half, but she's got 6 points here in this third quarter. But it's still a 14-point lead for Providence.
I think the truth of the matter is, Kevin, if you ask Corey, he'd be able to tell you anyway. He doesn't need the program on his person to be able to tell you the history of this tournament.
Oh, no doubt about that. Nice little move once again. Dixon is just – the thing is, she can go either way. She just gets that head nod, sees which way the defender goes, and she knows she's going to be able to go the other and get the layup up and in. As Marian needing to push the pace a little bit, trying to get back into this game. A quick drive there and a foul will send Perryman to the line.
And quick to your point on the team sponsors, Kevin, is those team sponsors, a lot of them meet their teams at the hotel when they come into town. They take them out to dinner. They have gifts for them. And a lot of our team sponsors travel to the home arena of their team once they get to know them over a season or two here in Sioux City and make a point every year to visit them and
Well,
Talk to coaches throughout the season. The relationships are wonderful.
I will say the coolest situation I've ever seen with a team sponsor. There's probably two. One of them is Bob Rose Point After has been sponsoring Indiana Wesleyan forever, and they have an awesome connection. But the other one that was really cool was Marian a few years back had an epic run to a national championship, and they were underdogs when they defeated Morningside in
Collier
the quarterfinals.
For 3.
As Collier still only has 1 miss in the game. But for Marian, they went to Hunt Elementary, one of the schools here in Sioux City, and really got to know those kids. Well, Hunt got to come for the school day game, and they came out and had a great time. Hunt wanted to go to another game, as this one by Salaveye is no good, rebound to Marian. They wanted to come to another game, but they didn't have a way to get here. And the school district said, hey, we don't have it in our budget to pay for the busing, to hire bus drivers, and to do that. So the sponsor for Marian was Baird, a wealth management company. They paid for busing, and they paid for all the tickets for the Hunt Elementary kids, and that school followed Marian throughout the entire tournament. Marian ends up going on, winning the entire dang thing. So not only that, Baird then paid so that Marian could stay an extra night. They bused the players to Hunt, and they had a championship parade through the halls of Hunt Elementary. And
Just
that's
awesome,
the type of
isn't it?
things, as this layup is up and good for the Argos, that is the type of things that Sioux City sponsors are looking to do. It's, hey, we're not doing this for exposure for our business. We're doing this to get to know these student athletes and enjoy the experience ourselves, as this one is up and no
Stuck
good.
at Baird Wealth Management.
As good as they get.
Such a unbelievable supporter of educators in this community, of school kids in this community, of so many in this community. He's an absolutely amazing man.
I work for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Siouxland, and Mark is fortunately on our board of directors, and he steps up every time because that's just the type of person he is, as this free throw is up and no good.
Salt of the earth guy.
That is the second missed free throw of the game for either team. Is another miss.
Yeah, because Perriman was 1 of 2 on the last trip.
Yeah, so 7 of 10 now for Marian, 10 of 10 for the Argos as they lead it by 14 as we're under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. The Argonauts, in 8 trips to the national tournament, they have never made a championship game. But right now it's looking like they have a very good chance of at least making the semifinals.
And I believe, Kevin, another story with that is, I want to say it's Indiana Wesleyan that developed a special education program off of their work in the Special Olympics clinic here that so many girls had been moved by it that they added that to their curriculum.
3 players for the Wildcats were education majors, and they really enjoyed working with the Special Olympics Iowa kids. Came back and mentioned that they thought special education should be a track that they had at their school, and it is now. So, again,
Awesome.
just the relationships here. Sioux City is proud to have not only this basketball, this is nice little hook shot there for McNally. Not only this basketball tournament, but volleyball as well. We are so excited to have these kids here. As that's going to wrap it up for the third quarter. Providence with a 12-point advantage, 61-49. We're going to head to the final 10 minutes of play after this quick break right here from the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa.
Sterling's vision goes beyond technology. It transforms lives. Guiding astronauts to the stars, we also stand as guardians of national security. In healthcare, our innovations pave the way to new horizons. Our digital solutions revolutionize how we interact, making every connection more meaningful. Reimagining education for a global audience, our influence can be felt from the vibrant cityscapes to the vast skies above. Sterling, transformational technology from the heartland.
And welcome back as we're 1 quarter to play here in the first quarterfinal at the NAIA Women's National Tournament here in Sioux City, Iowa. As Providence, the 2 seed of this quadrant, with a big advantage over the top overall seed, the Marian Knights, as a little red
basketball
makes its way onto the floor. as they will start as the official is getting some grief for his attempted throw back into the stands.
And I love that, who was it over here? Pemberton laughed along with them. That's the best part.
You got to be a little careful laughing at the officials, but I think it's all
it was
fun and
with
games.
them.
Salaveye, and she puts up the left-handed shot. No good. Nice rebound there for the Knights. They're quickly going back the other way. Have to pick up the pace of play, trailing by a dozen. They drive in, and that's going to be a travel.
Bossy took an extra step.
As again, trailing by 12 with 1 quarter to play is obviously difficult anytime, but this Providence defense, that is what they hang their hat on. And when you hang your hat on defense and then shoot 60% from the field.
You're exactly right, Kevin, but it is very uncharacteristic of a Steve Brooks coach team to not be in control of the pace. This is a wonderful game plan by Providence here. And they've executed it from the start. That's the thing.
Last round, Providence kind of let Concordia dictate the pace of play, but they still ended up coming away with the victory. This one has been all Argos, as a beautiful steal there by Maldonado, just ripping it out of the hands of Collier, and then eventually it ends up being a tie-up. So Marian will get the basketball, but still, even to get that jump ball situation, just effort plays by Maldonado, and leading by more than leading by a dozen, but they're still going to be the ones shooting for every hustle play, and you got to love that. Is Marian now with the basketball. Bossy has it, finds Collier. Collier pump fakes and then goes right into the body of Pemberton. That's going to be the first foul of the quarter for Providence.
Well, when you have a team that averages so many points a game, Kevin, like Marian does, you can't take anything for granted, so those hustle plays have to happen if you want to finish this game off.
I think Marian averages in the upper 70s as far as points per game, and they have yet to crack 50 in this one as we're down to about 8.5 minutes to play. Trying to go down low. Hands got caught in the cookie jar there for Maldonado.
What kind of cookie?
White chip macadamia nut. That's my go-to.
What?
That's my go-to, man.
Where did that come from?
You know what? They had it in the VIP area a couple days ago. I may have had 3.
Very random. Wow.
You don't have white chip macadamia nut?
I'll take oatmeal raisin.
That sounds. And you think I'm random? You're throwing fruits in there. As this one's stolen away by Maldonado. I'll take legumes all day.
Who?
It's another word for nut.
Okay, fair enough.
Maldonado drives the baseline. The scoop shot that I've been talking about all game falls in, and the foul.
She's pacing with Collier the whole way. She can tie her for the game high 24 right here, and her shooting has been just about as accurate as Collier, who's 9 of 10. As we take a look at that once
for
again.
The record,
once she gets downhill and gets an angle, she's deadly.
I just want to throw out there that these underhand layups are not easy, despite what Providence is making it look like.
You're exactly right.
You have to get by the defender, you would expect these to be getting blocked, but they're just so quick. They're getting that space as Collier puts up this shot. It's up and good. And Collier, 10 of 11 from the field.
Such a smooth shooter. I would really like to know how many shots she puts up in any given week.
Yeah, to make it, repetition is how you get successful. And, man, she just does not miss.
Well,
she's trying to do on the defensive end, but a nice way to get away from that. Looked like it was going to be stolen. Instead, Ramirez just kind of turns and flips up a shot and gets that to fall. Back up 15 are the Argos. As right now, the Argos are doing everything they can, not allowing Collier to even get the basketball. So this one drives to the left and gets that to fall. That's Perriman with the 2. You could tell, though, all Perriman wanted to do to start that possession was, hey, Collier's on fire. I got to get to the ball. That was not going to be in the game plan for the Argos. So Perriman showed that she can score herself if necessary.
She's such a strong guard. And by the time you try to help defensively, it's too late with her going downhill.
She'll head to the free throw line.
But back to Collier's shooting rhythm, Kevin. If you're a basketball nerd like we are, you watch the rotation, you watch the way it leaves her fingertips. It's just perfect every time.
Well,
and
she
it's
goes up
fun
with it so
to
quick.
and her release is so fast. is so fun to watch.
Maldonado, not too bad of a shot herself with the basketball. She gives it over to Salaveye. Hand off there to Carter. Carter hoping to get some space, gets to the free throw line. She's at the elbow and gets it over to Dixon. Dixon with just 6 to shoot. Back out to Dixon, drives in, got to put something up. Little spin move up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, grabbed by the Knights. Knights need to do something. They trail by 12 here as we're at about 6:35 left to go in this contest. Again, a trip to the Fab 4 on the line. One of these teams will stay in Sioux City through the weekend. The other one will head back home.
And gets a huge off day tomorrow after some teams will have played back-to-back days to get to the national semifinals. So that off day Sunday is very important.
That shot up, no good. So Providence obviously will take as much time off the clock as they can, as right now draining seconds are the most important thing. If they can score, that's just icing on the cake. Maldonado with the basketball. She's getting a screen set up from Salaveye. Spin move, gets inside, and what a beautiful move to split the defenders and get the 2.
This is a team, Kevin, that this is within Providence's game plan right here to a T, because they only scored 80 points 3 times all year, and they're a 25-game winner. So this is how they win games.
A three-pointer might have been partially tipped. Maldonado with the rebound as it's front iron as we are nearing 5 minutes to go. A 14-point lead for the Argos, looking for the upset, although not a massive one. This is a 1 versus 2 in this bracket. But I think most fans would consider any loss for Marian as an upset.
Well, as they come in the tournament as the number 1 seed, you're absolutely right.
Woo! That's all I can say about that. That finish was phenomenal from Ramirez. And that's the thing right now is we're seeing great finishes. Obviously, Maldonado is lighting up the scoreboard with 26, but we've seen Dixon with some beautiful moves. Salaveye has had some great ones, and then there Ramirez showing the ability. Nice work there. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. We're under 5 minutes to go. Providence leads this one 70-54 here at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa.
A warm, delicious meal and a smile are a great way for anyone to start their day.
Hey guys. And here at Brightside Cafe and Deli, you can get both of those easier than anywhere else in Sioux City.
We'll wake you and your taste buds up with a fresh and affordable breakfast.
Our enthusiastic staff, motivational quotes, and music give you a little boost to start your day off just right.
And don't forget our Sunday brunch special, every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wake up on the bright side at Brightside Cafe and Deli.
We are champions of the character.
And welcome back as we're down inside the 5-minute mark left in this first quarterfinal here today as we have 3 more epic basketball games lined up for you. But in this one, Providence, the 2 seed, taking it to the top-seeded Marian Knights 70-54 as it has been 2 minutes and 15 seconds since we've seen a point for the Knights. And right now they're going to need him coming quick and often here if they're going to get back into this one and keep their national title hopes alive.
Oh, nice.
Woo.
Perryman's just starting to take over.
Again, Collier is the one that everyone's being aware of, so Perryman's saying, hey, don't forget about me. I have double-digit points here in the ballgame as she makes this tough finish with the contact, and she'll get a chance at one more here at the line.
What if you're Providence right now, as Perriman misses the free throw, you're okay with trading baskets?
Exactly, yeah. And again, they're going to take off 20 to 25 seconds from that shot clock if possible. And again, if they make the bucket, great. If they don't, not too bad as long as they can take that clock off. As a double team here, a beautiful pass by Maldonado keeps it alive, but missed on the on the layup. It's grabbed by Perriman. And they're already in the bonus.
And this is what you don't want for the Argos. You don't want to give them opportunities to score with the clock stopped.
Exactly.
If at all possible, obviously. I know easier said than done. I get it, but
again, for what's at stake in this game, this is looking for the champion of the Naismith quadrant here at the NAIA National Tournament as Perriman lines up. This first free throw is up and no good off the back iron. Whoever wins this one will play again Monday night at 6 p.m. in the first game of the doubleheader for the semifinals. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the 4-seed Dakota State, taking on the 2-seed, the Frontier Conference team alongside with Providence, Carroll out of Montana.
You'll get the nightcap along with Danielson.
I will have the nightcap as this one is up and good. The other quarterfinals that we have here today, Campbellsville out of Kentucky will be taking on Cumberland's out of Kentucky. The nightcap tonight, we have two different matchups of conference rivals.
I'm so excited for that. That just ups the ante. You're playing for a spot in the national semifinals, and you look down the bench and you've got a conference rival. I think it's just fantastic. And the storyline, at least in the GPAC one with Dort and Briar Cliff, is that the past two regular seasons have been dominated by Dort. But the postseason last year, Briar Cliff went up to Sioux Center and won the conference championship on Dort's floor. So
in the barn.
In the barn, in that old dark barn that Dort plays in that's so hard to win at up in Sioux Center. So they've battled each other so incredibly well over the last couple of years. Dort won by double digits both games this season, but now it's a postseason game. You can kind of throw that all away. Neutral court. I think the two conference battles tonight are just going to be fantastic.
Again, that's Campbellsville, the top seed of the Dewar Quadrant, taking on Cumberland's out of Kentucky at 6 p.m. tonight. And at 8 p.m., Dort from the Great Plains Athletic Conference here in Iowa takes on Briar Cliff, who hails right from Sioux City.
Backdoor cut.
As that's up and good for Ramirez. So, yeah, we have out of the final 8 teams here of the tournament, we have 3 different conferences that show a pair of teams.
Nice.
This three-pointer. Perriman has been getting 3 points the old-fashioned way, and there's the new way to do it, hitting it from deep. Beautiful shot there.
Well, you have, here in the fourth quarter, Kevin, you have Ramirez stepping up for Providence as that other option offensively, and that's Perriman here because Collier's only had 1 basket here in the fourth.
She's only had 1 shot. Because she doesn't miss shots, I'll tell you that much.
She's 10 of 11 from the field.
10 of 11 from the field, but they've done a very good job, have the Argos, of not even allowing her to touch the basketball much in this quarter. And because, again, you look at Marian's got to be feeling pretty decent about things. They're 53% from the field, 50% from deep range. One of the big issues is 64% from the free throw line. They have given up some points, just 9 of 14 from the free throw line. And those 5 misses, as you look up at the score, could feel a lot different had those gone in. As there's a foul here, so Salavea will head to the free throw line. She lines up the first one. That's up and good. 12 of 12 are the Argos from the free throw line. Salavea 4 for 4. That is how you seal victories when you have the lead, as this one is the first miss for Providence, but they still have a 13-point lead as we're under 4 to play. Marian needing to work quickly here, trailing by double digits. This one, that's not going to do it as this one's turned over. Maldonado heading back quickly the other way. Once she crosses that half-court line, though, you know she'll slow things down and just let this clock take some time off. They're going to try to trap her with a double team. She gets it over to Dixon, who hands it right back over to Maldonado. Under 15 to go in the shot clock. 3:15 left in the contest. A quick drive here off the back, no good. Salavea with the offensive board, though, and she is fouled. And those are a couple of killer things there for the Knights if they want to have a comeback. They had a turnover on the other side, and then they allow an offensive rebound on this possession.
And that's the 4th to Abby McNally. Evans back in for Marian. Definitely for her rebounding prowess.
So the shot clock gets reset to 20 seconds here for the Argos. Salavea gets it. She's down low. She's going to power through there. I didn't think she was going to have any opportunity to get to that hoop as she was well down in the baseline, but she powers in, gets just enough space, and makes that one to get it to a 15-point lead. Quickly back the other way are the Knights, and they get a quick bucket there from Abby McNally. McNally now up to 12 points, although she is sitting with those 4 fouls. Again, though, she has double-digit points in this second half, was held to just 2 in the first half. As they're going to say that Maldonado stepped out of bounds.
Yep, that back heel of the sneaker was out of bounds.
That is the type of stuff Marian needs if they're going to have this epic comeback, trailing by 13 with 2.5 minutes to go. A crazy reverse layup there by Collier. I still don't believe how that went in.
Such a nonchalant, easy look for Collier. Let's watch it again.
Easy look for her, not for anybody else on this planet. As there was no space, but she hits that. 75-64, 2:27 left to play here in Sioux City as we are looking to see who's going to punch their ticket to the semifinal round of the NAIA National Women's Basketball Tournament. Marian just 1 loss on the year. It was early in the season on the road against Concordia up in Seward, Nebraska.
3rd game of the year.
3rd game of the year. So that is a lot of victories in a row.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when you get to the national tournament, everybody is 0-0, and this Providence team, hailing from the Frontier Conference, a conference that only has 6 teams in the entire conference, but they have 2 teams in the final 8 standing in the entire NAIA, one of which is looking to drop into the last 4.
Kevin, you look at the schedule they put together. They played Indiana Wesleyan, Vanguard, Indiana Tech, Jamestown, Carroll 3 times. They played a lot of teams that not only made the field of 64, but made the round of 16 here in Sioux City. They're incredibly battle-tested.
It is kind of crazy when you look at it, how Marian's last game was against Jamestown, who they beat. Providence actually lost to Jamestown in the regular season. Providence just beat Concordia, and that was the only regular season loss for Marian. So these teams obviously battle-tested.
Yeah, both of these coaches know what it takes to get to this point, and they scheduled appropriately, knowing the talent on their team.
Yeah, these are obviously some teams that earned their way here. As we're going to drop down to about 10 minutes to play. It's still a double-digit game. Or
10?
Two.
I mean, I'll watch 10 more.
I looked up and saw 2:10. It was in my mind as there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Or no
foul to McNally, and that's it for her. She'll foul out with 12.
And again, 10 of those coming in the second half. She was really starting to pick things up in this back half of the contest, but she will be heading to the bench. And you talk about the coaching staffs. Obviously, Bill Himmelberg, he's got 14 years of experience with Providence, but I think there's no doubt that when you talk about NAIA basketball and the coaching, if you were going to make a coach's Mount Rushmore in NAIA basketball, Steve Brooks
he's
obviously on that list.
Front and center.
What he's done here at Marian and what he did previously with Indiana Wesleyan, he is well known by folks here in Sioux City. As with that foul, they were not in the bonus yet, will be moving on, but it was just an inbound. Maldonado with the basketball, taking some time off the clock. 4 to shoot. They get into Salavalle. She gets a spin move, no good. Great defense there by Collier. And Marian, again, quickly trying to go the other way, trying to get this down to a 1-digit disadvantage. They've been trailing by double digits for most of this contest. Unable to do so as that one's up and no good. Quickly having to do a full court press. The Argos break the press and get it across half court. And now they will just slow things down as we're nearing 1 minute to play. Marian not choosing to foul. They're going to try playing this out defensively. And if that's the case, the Argos, they want it to be less than 5 seconds before they put up any shot on the shot clock. 5 to go. Pemberton with it. Pass it away. Stolen away by Collier because she does pretty much everything.
Well, you don't necessarily want that, but you'll take it. Bleeding 30 seconds off the clock.
Kick to the outside. They look over at Collier. That wasn't open, so she's going to take the long 2 instead. It's up, no good. Going for the rebound. Fouled on the play is Maldonado.
Wayner was just trying to work her way around her and couldn't, got tangled up.
We are under a minute to play. 75-64. Providence with the lead, trying to wear this one out. As again, both teams now are in the bonus. Wayner comes and takes a seat after picking up that foul, and Maldonado will head to the free throw line. She's 5 of 5 from the charity stripe so far today. She's got 26 points, trailing only Collier for the game lead among all players. Has an opportunity to tie that mark. Again, both those gals were named All-Americans by the WBCA. Collier, the National Player of the Year, based on that organization. Of course, the NAIA's official list will come out at the end of this tournament. This one is up.
They'll be on it.
I think that's a safe bet. As back the other way. Collier thought about the three. Now she'll do a step back, long shot up and good for 2.
She's got 30.
And has only missed
12 of 13.
Shot. She's missed 1 shot. And she has not taken easy ones. Shots like that are not easy. As that we'll keep it here right now. 77-66 is the Providence lead as the Argos are looking to make it to the national semifinal. Again, for you Argonaut fans, we'd love to have you out here in Sioux City. If you can't make the trip, make sure to check out this broadcast again on Monday night, as that will tip off at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Come on, road trip with us. Kev's got room at his house. I got a few extra rooms. Let's go. Bring your sleeping bags. Let's have some fun.
You know, and hopefully someday you'll return the favor, because my wife and I do love to go out to the great state of Montana from time to time. So, yeah, we'll just do a little trade-off.
Absolutely. We'll take you around on Monday.
As this pass is errant pass, so it's going to be a turnover. Quickly now the other way. Perryman gets the layup for the Knights, and they are now, it might be a little later than they want, but it is down to single digit of that deficit, but we also are down to 31 seconds. With 31 seconds to play, the Providence lead is 77-68 from right here at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa. As 31 seconds to go. A quick turnover there, which obviously is exactly what Marian's going to need to continue to do. But if they don't get that quick turnover, there's going to be some fouls. And the tough thing for Marian is, even if you foul them, that might not do you a whole heck of a lot of good, as the Argos are 14 of 15 from the free throw line.
Right. And you get these timeout situations now where you can advance the basketball. And that's really going to help with what the Argos want to do offensively.
I do want to point out Salavea officially does have a double-double right now. She has 10 rebounds to go along with her 16 points. And again, it was only about 2 minutes of that second quarter that she even played in. She spent a lot of time on the sideline, but she still had enough time to put up the points. As they're going to foul her, my guess is she's the one they wanted to send to the free throw line. But she's 4 of 5 there today, so it's not necessarily doing a whole heck of a lot of good. But at this point, you got to try anything you can if you're the Knights.
So Salavea looking to add to her very, very good day. And a double-double in only 27 minutes, because she only played 2 minutes in that second quarter, Kevin.
Yeah, she has been an absolute force. Just a freshman, as we remind you here, as she hits 1 of 2 from the line. And now Marian's subbing in some additional players, and looks like this might be a situation where they understand their fate trailing by double digits, so they're letting some additional players get some court time here in Sioux City. I can't imagine there'd be any other reason why you take Collier off the floor. So if that is Collier ending this season, she'll end it with a 30-point performance, 12 of 13 from the field, 2 of 2 from deep range, and 4 of 4 from the line. She also had 4 rebounds and 2 assists. As after this turnover, that is going to do it. Providence, the 2 seed of this quadrant, the Naismith quadrant, knocks off the top overall seeded Knights from Marian. And Providence is representing the Frontier Conference with a 78-68 victory, led by Ashley Maldonado's 28 points. She was 10 of 13 from the field, made all 7 of her free throws to go along with 6 rebounds, 7 assists. She was doing a little bit of everything. Dixon with 17 points. Salavaye 17 points to go along with the 10 rebounds. And Providence has set their ticket to the Fab Four. They will be playing at 6 p.m. Central Time on Monday night right here in Sioux City, Iowa. The only question is, who will they be playing? They will be matching up with either the 4-seeded Dakota State from Madison, South Dakota, or Carroll, a Frontier Conference foe of this Providence team. out of Montana. Again, that game is coming up next, that Dakota State-Carroll matchup. The winner of that will be taking on your Providence Argos at 6 p.m. on Monday night Central Time. Congratulations on a great season for the Marian Knights. Again, 33-2 is how they'll wrap up their campaign. I know they fell short of their ultimate goals, but you have to tip their cap to a phenomenal season. That's going to do it for our broadcast here. Again, be sure to tune in about 25 minutes. We're going to have the start of Dakota State versus Carroll. The winner of that will be taking on Providence in the national semifinals, 6 p.m. Monday. Thanks for checking us out here on the NAIA Network here in Sioux City, Iowa.